one video that did get a lot of attention, which Neptune, shout out to you, who joined us through that video, is the Figma pricing. Someone said something. Now, I'm loving what you guys are saying. Like, I think people are really, people want Framer to come watch our video. I think people are really upset with the pricing. There was one guy actually I just responded to who was like, you might have something to say about this. He was suggesting that we should be, expensing the price to our clients. But I don't think it doesn't matter whether it's your clients or it's you paying. Like, it's still an unattractive offer for anyone to have to spend that amount of money. Like, it's not, it doesn't matter that your client is paying for it. And we shouldn't be so bold to just recommend something and that costs them a lot of money just because it's easier for you.
We have it's a Framer template, and I have 2 editors added. Everything is free, right? Everything is free. I'm editing, designing, 3 people, all
so
for
editors
free.
Are free in design mode too?
Yes.
Nice.
Nice.
Didn't know that.
Now I go to plans, and let's say maybe I want the one with A/B testing. It's €100 a month, or maybe let's go with the cheapest version that I can buy, because this is over the limits already. You'd be like, what do you think? This is going to cost a few €100 a year. I press unsubscribe, and here it's going to cost me €1,300 per year.
Oh my God. And the thing is, editors can come and go. So I wonder what that means from a perspective of well, I have this editor who I need to work on it for the next month, but then they're done.
Yep. Yes. Yes. So you have the seat. I'm pretty sure you will have the seat, and you can give the seat to somebody else. But once you bought it, and so this is just one of the issues. And the bigger issue here is I want everybody, and I will make sure in my main video, everybody to understand this. This is per site. This is not per workspace. So you can have free workspaces, free project, everything. Everything is free until you want to go live. So when I go live for this project, for myself and my team, that both of my team members in this case are me and myself. For myself and my team, I have to pay €1,300. And then I have a second website. For that website, I have to pay another €1,300.
You can't transfer that editor across projects,
it's per project. But in Webflow, yes, we have workspaces, but once you pay for a workspace for your team, that team has access even to other workspaces. So it's very, very generous in that way. Once you have the team, even your clients don't have to pay for your seats. So this is quite expensive. And your clients shouldn't pay €1,300. They shouldn't pay €900 for editor seats. That's just ridiculous. It's
crazy.
It's editor.
And this kind of comes off the back as well of we commented on the ad, which we said it's a very clever and funny ad saying all these other companies say it's free, but it's only a taster. This is their version of exactly what they were joking about. It's free until you need to pay for a site, and then it's completely. I was going to say a bad word.
I don't have an issue with it costing money. My problem is it's very unjustified, very ridiculously priced.
They do have a monopoly. They do have a lot of say in what they pay because they are giving you a good service, and you're getting so much. It's an all-in-one solution. You're just paying for that convenience. And I do think Framer are taking the piss a little bit. However, what can you do?
And I agree. This is convenience. This is the price of a good product, that doesn't need a lot of maintenance or any at all. But Framer has brought it to a ridiculous level, and that's what we are calling out. Not the tool itself. The tool is amazing. It's just that the pricing to me is very unjustified, and I don't want Webflow to raise the price because Framer can get away with it.
So this is a good segue into this comment here, Web Studio being the way to go. And I don't want to labor on too much about Web Studio specifically, but it's this idea of like, Framer and Webflow, they are giving you a very good service. They are taking a lot of headache. There was another comment here that said something along the lines of they're all really expensive. And I responded with, that's the price of convenience. They're giving you so much. You don't have to worry about maintenance. You don't have to worry about uptime. You don't have to worry about CMS. One of these guys responded with the Web Studio thing. And this is something, if you don't know what Web Studio is, it is literally just the designer that gives you the website that you can go host anywhere. I think that's the big sales pitch of Web Studio. And I show you how to do that again on another one of my videos. I show you how to do that because a lot of people are asking for this. They want the design capabilities of Webflow, but they don't want to be locked into that system. And I was like, Web Studio is the way to go. And I still do think it's the way to go if you want that. However, I was also, I would promote like the price aspect of it. This kind of goes back into our conversation. And actually, I built a website with Web Studio, and the CMS was Airtable, right? Mm-hmm. So the website itself was free to run. Web Studio was, Airtable was also free to run. However, we were hitting limits very, very quickly from the API for Airtable. And I had, God knows how many hours I've put into actually building a system which caches and does this and does that, so that we don't hit Airtable as much as we, to exhaust our API limits. That costs a lot of money. Luckily, it was for a friend. I was more than happy to do it for her. But if you didn't know how to do what I know how to do, you would probably reach out and pay for Airtable, the CMS, which gets how much that costs, $30 a month. So whilst I'm not paying for Web Studio anymore, $30 a month goes into the pocket of, it just gets offset. So that really solidifies how cheap Webflow really is, even with things like Web Studio. Web Studio do have, now they allow you to host and this, that, and the other, but the CMS and also the CMS functionality, once you enable it to get your website up and running and reading from Airtable, the moment you stop paying for the CMS functionality, which is a pro feature, you cannot then edit your site at all. So kind of shitting on Web Studio a little bit here because I'm quite disappointed that they took that feature away. Just exemplifies how cheap Webflow is basically what I'm saying. Web Studio off the bat isn't as cheap unless you're just, you want a designer that hosts a very static website with no CMS functionality, nothing like that. It's just a bog standard website. So Web Studio, again, Webflow surprisingly cheap coming out on top here. So
contrary to popular belief.
There you go. This is part of a larger conversation on my show, Cmd+AI, which we stream live every single week. We discuss the news and all things related to AI in the world of design and web. Catch us next week and join in the banter.